Hello and welcome everyone. Our today's session is about supply and chain management, and this is our last session, and we will discuss assignment today. My name is Yasir Gulfraz. I'm your tutor for supply chain management. If anyone is there, can you see my screen and can you hear me properly? If there is any issue, please do let me know. Okay, so in our previous lectures, that I'll give you a quick overview of previous lectures, supply chain management, and also we discussed KPI and benchmarking. So in our last three sessions, we embarked on a journey to explore the fascinating world of supply chain management. We focusing on key concept, the significance of key performance indicators, and the transformative power of benchmarking. So let's quickly recap the essential insight from each lectures. So before I start, if anyone is there, any comments, any questions? Okay. So in our first lectures, we discussed the foundation concepts and principle of operations and supply chain management. We discussed concept and principles. We started by evaluating the core concepts and principles that underpin operations and supply chain management. So this involved understanding the fundamentals and theories that guide these areas of businesses. Key drivers of effective supply chain management. We critically discussed the key drivers that determine the effectiveness of supply chain management. This include exploring factors such as efficiency, cost reduction, and responsiveness to customer demands. Then we discussed enhancing competitiveness. We assessed how effective operations and supply chain management can enhance an organization's competitiveness in the market. So we looked at how businesses like Intel made strategic decisions to achieve competitive advantages. We also discuss key decisions and strategic approaches. We evaluated critical decisions made by businesses to improve their supply chain and operations. This include a review of different strategies, approaches applied in organizations with Intel case as a reference point. When we will talk about when discussed assignment over here. In my lecture 2, significance of KPIs, key performance indicators in supply chain management, we discussed in key performance indicators and their importance in supply chain management. Importance of KPIs, we learned why KPIs are essential in supply chain management. KPIs offer standardized methods to measure and track performance across various aspects of the supply chain. They provide focus, accountability, and support continuous improvement. Then type of performance indicators, we explored the various types of KPIs used in supply chain management, including cost KPIs, quality KPIs, delivery KPIs, inventory KPIs, and customer services KPIs. So each type plays an important role in assessing specific areas of supply chain management and performance. Then selecting relevant KPIs, we discussed the importance of selecting the most relevant KPIs that aligns with organizational objectives and challenges, tailoring KPIs to specific goals, ensuring a meaningful measurement. Then in our next lecture, harnessing the power of benchmarking in supply chain management, we explored transformative potential of benchmarking in supply chain management, benchmarking basics. We started by understanding the significance of benchmarking as a systematic process for comparing an organization's practices and performances with those of others. Benchmarking serves as a tool for assessing performance and identifying areas for improvement. Then intra-organizational benchmarking, we discussed the word of intra-organizational benchmarking, where different units or departments within the same organization compare their performance. This approach fosters healthy competition, cross-functional collaboration, and continuous improvement. So we also discuss inter-organizational benchmarking. We then shifted our focus to inter-organizational benchmarking, which involves comparing an organization's performance with external entities, such as industry peers or competitors. This type of benchmarking offers a broader perspective on industry best practices and innovations. Any question, if anyone is there, or any comments? Okay, so then we discussed challenges and best practices. We discussed the challenges organizations may encounter during the benchmarking process, such as data accuracy, resistance to change, and data confidentiality. We explored best practices for successful benchmarking, emphasizes clear objectives, careful partner selection, open communication, and continuous review and adaptation. Any questions or any comments, if anyone is there? Okay. So in these lectures, we have laid the groundwork for understanding supply chain management principles, leveraging KPIs for performance measurements, and harnessing the power of benchmarking to drive continuous improvement in supply chain operations. These insights are invaluable for aspiring supply chain professionals and organizations aiming to excel in the dynamic world of supply chain management. Any question or any concerns, any comments, if anyone is there? Okay. So now we will use assignment discussion and we will discuss our assignment today. So now we will use Intel case study as a foundation and guide to understand these concepts and complete these assignments. So first I'll go through the case study. One of the largest manufacturers of computer chips. Intel needs a little introduction. However, the company needed to reduce supply chain expenditures significantly after bringing its low-cost Atom chips to market. Supply chain cost of around £5.50 per chip were bearable for units selling for $100, but the price of the new chip was a fraction of that at about $20. The supply chain cost reduction challenge. Somehow Intel had to reduce the supply chain costs for the Atom chip, but had only one area of leverage: inventory. The chip had uh, just that. Yeah, sorry. The chip had to work so Intel could make no service trade-offs, with each Atom product being a single component. There was also no way to reduce duty payments. Intel had already whittled packaging down to a minimum, and with a high value to weight ratio, the chips, distribution cost could not be pared down any further. The only option was to try to reduce levels of inventory, which up to that point had been kept extremely high to support a 9-week order cycle. The only way Intel used Find to make supply chain cost reduction was to bring this cycle time down and therefore reduce inventory. So the path to cost reduction, Intel decided to try what was considered an unlikely supply chain strategy for the semiconductor industry: make to order. The company began with the pilot operations using a manufacturer in Malaysia. Through a process of iteration, they gradually sought out and eliminated supply chain inefficiencies to reduce order cycle time incrementally. Further improvements initiatives included cutting the chip assembly test window from a 5-day schedule to a bi-weekly, uh, 2-day long process, introducing a formal SOP planning process, moving to a vendor managed inventory model, wherever it was possible to do so. Supply chain management cost results through its incremental approach to a cycle time improvement. Intel inventory drove the order cycle time for the Atom chip down from 9 weeks to just 2. So as a result, the company achieved a supply chain cost reduction of more than $4 per unit for the 20 Atom chip, a far more palatable rate than the original figure of $550. So what is our task? The task is for management briefing instructions. You have secured an advisory position with Intel UK division. You will be briefing mid-level managers to performance measurement approaches and techniques. You will be using the case study and further independent research to ensure the briefing is comprehensive. So your report will consist of the following. Number one, evaluate the concepts and principles of operations and supply chain management. Number two, critically discuss the key drivers of effective supply chain management. Then third point is assess how effective operations and supply chain management can enhance competitiveness. Then critically evaluate key decisions made by businesses to improve their supply chain and operations. Then critically review the applications of different strategies or strategic operations to supply chain and operations, management in organizations, uh, critically review the application of different strategic approaches to supply chain and operations management in organizations. Then number 6, assess the relevance of performance measurements within supply chain and operations management. Evaluate various financial, non-financial, single and multi-factor performance measures applicable to organizations such as Intel. Then you have to evaluate the selection and application of key performance indicators for effective supply chain and operations management at Intel. Explain how intra and inter-organizational benchmarking can help organizations like Intel to improve their supply chain and operations management efficiency. So you have to write 4,500 words reports, which is excluding diagrams, references, and appendices. So in your 4,500 reports, you have to touch all of these points, 9 points. These are basically your 9 tasks within 4,500 words. So as I will quickly discuss one by one. As first one is evaluate the concept and principle of operations and supply chain management. In this task, you are required to evaluate the concepts and principle of operations and supply chain management. Start by defining these concepts. Operation management involves overseeing processes within organizations, while supply chain management deals with the entire process from raw materials to the end product. So discuss the significance of operations and supply chain management, explain how these principles are interrelated and why they are vital for businesses like Intel. Okay. Then we will come to our second point, second task, which is critically discuss the key drivers of effective supply chain management. Here, you need to critically discuss the key drivers of effective supply chain management. What are the factors that contribute to successful supply chain operations? Consider factors like efficiency, cost reduction, and responsiveness to customer demand. Uh, you have to analyze the Intel case and identify how they managed to reduce supply chain costs while maintaining efficiency and quality. Any question if anyone is there? Any comments? Okay, then we'll come to the third point, assess how effective operations and supply chain management can enhance competitiveness. So task 3 is all about assessing how effective operations and supply chain management can enhance competitiveness. Discuss the link between effective supply chain operations and a company competitive advantage. Consider Intel case study as an example of how cost reduction and efficiency can make a company more competitive in the market. Any questions regarding point 3 or any comments? Okay, then we will talk about the point 4, which is, you have to critically evaluate key decisions made by businesses to improve their supply chain and operations. In this task, this talks involves critically evaluating key decisions made by businesses to improve their supply chain and operations. So Intel's decision to switch to make-to-order strategy is prime example. Analyze the pros and cons of such decisions and their impact on supply chain management. Then will any question about point 4? Okay, then we'll come to the task 5, which is critically review the application of different strategic approaches to supply chain and operation management in organizations. In our task 5, you will critically review the application of different strategic approaches to supply chain and operations management in organizations. Discuss various strategies that companies can adopt and their stability in different scenarios. How does Intel's case fit into these strategic approaches? After any question, any comments about point 5? Okay, then we'll come to the task 6, which is assess the relevance of performance measures meant within supply chain and operations management. Assess the relevance of performance measurement within supply chain and operations management. Explain why it is essential for organizations like Intel to measure their performance. Discuss the benefits of performance measurement in terms of efficiency and cost control. Any question regarding point 6, if anyone is there? So then task 7 is evaluate. Make sure that keep in your mind is nothing is separately. You don't need to write everything. So it's only one assignment, one report. That for 44 one report of 4,500 words. So you have to discuss all these 9 points. So task 7, evaluate various financial, non-financial, single and multi-factor performance measures applicable to organizations such as Intel. Task 7 requires you to evaluate various performance measures applicable to organizations like Intel. These measures can include financial indicators, cost reductions, non-financial indicators, customer, for example, customer satisfaction, and single and multi-factors measures such as inventory turnover. So explore how Intel might have used these measures. So any questions about task 7? Any comments if anyone is there? Okay. Now we'll come to the point 8, task 8. Evaluate the selection and application of key performance indicators for effectiveness, supply chain and operations management at Intel. So task 8 basically focuses on evaluating the selection and application of key performance indicators for effective supply chain and operations management at Intel. Discuss specific key performance indicators that Intel could have utilized in their case. How do these KPIs align with their objectives? Any questions or any comments? Anything? Okay, if anyone is there. Okay, then we will move on to the point task 5. Explain how intra and inter-organizational benchmarking can help organizations like Intel to improve their supply chain and operations management efficiency. If you attend my last session, we discussed inter and intra-organizational benchmarking in detail. So finally in task 9, which is our last task of the assignment, explain how inter-organizational benchmarking can help organizations like Intel improve their supply chain and operations management efficiency, discuss the importance of benchmarking, and provide practical example of how Intel could benchmarking mark their operations. Uh, this assignment covers a wide range of topics in supply chain and operations management. Be sure to use Intel case study as a reference throughout your analysis and provide practical insights into how these concepts apply to real world scenarios. So, any questions or any comments? Any questions if anyone is uh, there? Anyone is there? If any questions or any comments about all these points? Okay. So, also when you submit your assignment ensure that your assignment is typed in English using standard font and size. Also, you know that I will advise you to read about command of verbs. I mean that if he's asking about evaluate, you should evaluate, or critically discussion is asked if he's asking for. So you can check online, or you might can have some material on your learning management system or Moodle regarding command of verbs. So just read about command of verbs. Uh, use proper headings and subheadings to organize your assignment. Make sure your assignment is well structured and free from any grammatical errors. Submit your assignment in digital format such as Word documents or PDF, but preferably PDF. Uh, Also, your assignment will be assessed based on the some specific criteria. For example, clarity and of the assignment structure and content, accuracy and proficiency in preparing financial anything related to like a financial or non-financial uh, points and interpreting data. Also note that plagiarism in any form is strictly prohibited and may result in severe penalties, including failure in the assignment or the entire course. So if you picking something from any book or you're writing direct course, make sure that you properly reference that quotes and give citations within the paragraph as well. So referencing, also make sure you use the Harvard reference style of citation throughout your assignment. Include a comprehensive Harvard style bibliography, not just a reference list at the end of your work. So after you have written your assignment, take some time to edit and proofreading it, check for any errors such as spelling and grammar mistakes, and ensure that your writing is clear and concise. Uh, you may also want to get someone else to review your work to provide feedback, or you can email me at Yasir at ukversity.co.uk for you can send me as a draft, not for a final as final submission, but as a draft for so I can quickly check and let you know that if there is any rectifications required. So make sure to follow the formatting guidelines provided, including font size, line spacing, and margins. Additionally, make sure to cite your source using the, as I said, appropriate citation style, that is Harvard reference style, and also update your assignment content table. When you are finished with your assignment, double check that you have followed all the requirements and guidelines, then submit your assignment on time. You have 2 weeks from now on, from your today's session. You have 2 weeks. So in any, and if you need any extension due to some uh, reasons, personal reasons or any other reason, just email to UK Versity, so they can sort out your issues. So remember, writing an assignment can take time and effort, so it is important to start early and give yourself plenty of time to research, write, and edit. Writing an assignment is a process that requires careful planning, research, and editing. So by following these tips and taking the time to produce high quality work, you can ensure that your assignment is successful. So that's it for today, guys. If anyone is there, any comments, any questions, or anything, if you want to ask, you can ask. Anyone is there? Also make sure that once you go through, one by one, you're just quickly check your sessions one by one, and also that go through all the learning outcomes before you start your assignments. So that's it, guys. So if I hope this information will help you in completing your assignment successfully, and good luck. And if you have any questions, any comments, or any issues, please feel free to ask. You can drop me an email at yasir@ukversity.co.uk. That's it for today. So good luck for your assignments, and thank you very much for joining me today's session, and also last 3 sessions. Thank you very much, everyone, and bye for now.